what do they call those things? What's that thing where they have the projects and you get the funding for it? Like you got the gadgets. Um,
I'm not sure.
Kickstarter, like the
Oh,
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
Yeah, there's like a Kickstarter thing for a little button thing that says if you're on mute or not. So it's red if you're on mute, and it's green if you're not on mute. So you just have a little puck thing beside your computer to turn on and off if you're on mute or not. I have the same thing on my microphone, but this is a big button, like an easy button. Anyway, this is GitHub. So we are talking about GitHub.
Okay.
But I've taken my project here and I have uploaded it to thingies for the sound stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I have uploaded all the audios in here as well, and that's important for a reason. We'll go over the voice thing after. I have to set up a little bit for that. I was more concerned about this. But anyways, what I need to do is I need to check out this code. So one of the things I'm going to show you just for your own benefit is installing GitHub on Windows.
Yep.
Although you don't need to install GitHub on Windows, you could just click the download button. But I don't want to do that today. So
okay,
actually install Git. But if you don't have Git on a machine and you need the thing real quick, there's always this download zip.
You can always download the zip of the Git.
Yeah, of the project.
Of the project, yeah.
Or the repo.
Oh, the repository?
Repository, yeah. So I'm going to go Git for Windows. And obviously they're different for each type of machine. Git this is Git-SCM is like a known good source of stuff. So they have a book on here as well. I'm pretty sure this is 64-bit. I think it'll tell me if it's not. That's the nice thing about the cloud stuff is because it's right on the internet or right on like a high-speed internet thing. The download is ridiculously fast.
Okay.
That was a nanosecond to download it. So standard stuff, I actually don't pay attention to anything going on here. I just go next. There are some convenient stuff. Some people have things that you want to do if you don't like the defaults. I always just go with the defaults.
Yep.
Fine for me. And it has most of. I've never had the defaults not work for what I want to do. So pretty standard Windows installation stuff. So if you want to start using Git and get a GitHub account, you'll have to do this on your computer. Actually, you don't need a GitHub account to use Git. There are independent things.
Okay.
They work really well together.
So GitHub is just like a hub of Git.
Yeah. And Git Bash is one of the things that I want, and I don't need the release notes, but I'll show you the competitor to. So there's GitHub, which we're already on, and there's another one called Bitbucket. And Bitbucket is the same thing.
The Git solution for what? That's weird.
Where did it say? I don't know.
It was just on the load screen.
Oh yeah.
And it's not on the page. I can't see it anywhere.
Yeah. So Bitbucket. So we use both. So it's actually good. I have a Bitbucket account and I have a GitHub account. The difference used to be that you can have private repos on Bitbucket and you can't have private repos on GitHub. So say we're working on some super secret software that we don't want to go out, but we're too cheap to buy a GitHub plan, you can use GitHub and or Bitbucket and have a free private repo. That's one of the main differences.
Okay.
But for this one, I actually want it to be public because I actually put in my README here. Might have stolen from here.
Oh yeah.
I'll if this goes anywhere, I'll make that a little better. But I'm thinking when this is done, going to the guy, it's like, give me permission to use this. You can use it if I can use it, kind of thing. Even though, you'll see why that is in a second. Anyway, so I have the Git Bash running here. Can you see that? Okay.
Yeah, I can see it. Perfect. It's fine.
Okay. So in this thing here, you can download it. I don't use the GitHub desktop. I kind of stay away from Git GUIs and stuff. So I always use the command line bash command usually.
And what's the benefit of that?
What's that?
Staying away from the GitHub GUI. Why is it better?
Well, this is holy war territory.
Yeah, but I just want to explain because it's interesting for people that might be watching. Because I have no idea.
I'm just preluding it with other people's opinion. This is just my opinion.
Yeah. Okay.
My opinion is that if you don't understand how to use Git from the command line, you don't know how to use Git, and you shouldn't be using a visual tool to make Git easier when you don't understand Git in the first place. So if I go up to somebody's computer and and the first thing they do is show me a GitHub GUI or a Git GUI, I'm like, I'm not helping you. I'm not helping you because you don't understand the basics of Git. This thing has made it easy enough for you to get yourself into trouble. If you were doing it with command line, you probably wouldn't have done what you did.
So the benefit is that using the GUI, you're prone to more mistakes.
Basically, that's my opinion. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you can screw yourself up really badly with Git, and if you don't understand, so there's a caveat there. If you understand how to do things with Git from the command line, and you can use the Git GUI, and then if you get yourself in trouble, you can jump into the command line to fix it.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
But most people aren't like that. It's like, oh, I don't like typing stuff in the command line, so I'm going to get a GUI to make it easier. And yeah, it makes it easier until you do something you don't understand.
Well, that's what I was looking at. Unity, the gaming development app that I've been using. Yeah. And there is a GUI interface that they made that's node-based called Bolt. So you don't have to learn how to code. You can just drag and drop
big elements,
nodes and elements in, which is pretty cool. But I got to thinking, like, if you decide to make a big game, or your game kind of grows bigger than you meant it to, and you have no idea how to code, and you make a mistake in your noding or the order of things, what are you going to do? Because you won't be able to find it. So I feel like that's
it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same as it's the same as CloudFormation. Lots of people just search and copy and paste CloudFormation snippets and templates.
Yeah,
but they don't really understand what they're doing or how they're interacting with each other.
Okay, I just wanted to know while you're talking about it, just because you mentioned it, and then let's move on.
Great. All right. So where'd my Git Bash go? There it is. Okay. So I copied. Did you catch that?
No, I did not. Well, I did see you copy something.
Copied this link here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that is. So there should should be a way to change this to SSH, but it doesn't matter because that's not what I'm doing right now. But so I just copied that. I think that copied, and then go back to this bad boy here, and then paste that one. So, oh, I missed one. So when you check out from the Git repo, you do git clone. And clone is when you first, this is like the first command.
Okay. So you're in the command line on a Linux box here? Am I reading that right?
This is git bash on Windows
Oh,
box.
this is git bash on Windows. Okay.
Now this is what that git program installed.
Gotcha.
And you can also do this from the command line too.
Hmm.
So if I do this and then I think it'll work from here. Yeah. So there you can do the same thing that I'm doing here.
Okay.
From the command line.
Yeah, I just saw the dollar sign, so I was just trying to make sure.
Hang on a second. But it is CG Win or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's Linux emulator.
Yep. Okay.
So the Linux command works. So see, PWD is present working directory.
Oh, so I see. Okay.
I'm in the administrator directory.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think, so I'm going to do Gitparable because that's what I'm working on.
Right.
And then cd git. I think it would have, I don't think I needed to do this because it's going to make a directory for me anyways.
Mm.
Gitparable, but so I'll have a double folder, but it doesn't matter. And I kill this instance anyway. Git clone, and then I still should have that.
Then you're pasting that thing you copied.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is my repo that I uploaded.
Yep.
And that should come down and download all of that stuff. So remember when we were going over the thing and it showed how to do the compression?
Yes, I actually do.
That's why it downloaded all of that stuff so quick, because the audio files are all compressed and stuff.
Okay.
And then it uncompresses them. That's what it's doing. Yeah, compressing objects, and then it uncompresses the objects. So that's what I wanted to do for that. So I'll check out the folder. Bam. I don't know how. Where are we going here? Users. Administrator, Gitparable. Yeah, see, it didn't need the first folder. Would have done it. So, so those are all the files that are in my repo. So all the audio files that I showed you.
Mm.
So that's how you transfer stuff around. All the slides that I exported, and then all of the different pieces. I organize this a little better, I think, before it goes to prime time. But the main purpose, so that's showing you how to get stuff from Git transferred.
Yeah.
But what I did here is, this is the export of the Gitparable project from my local machine.
Yep.
My objective is to export from my machine, and then import it onto this machine, and then update all the media files. So that should work, because what I was reading about was like the exporting in here is really easy. You just go File, Export Project.
Yep.
And then when you do the import project, which I'm going to do in a second, you just click Import Project. And when you import the project, it should give you your timeline of all your stuff, but it doesn't give you your media. So you have to go in and select all your media and update the folder where your stuff sits. So, and try that now. So you import the project. probably put it. I should have put it in a better spot, but whatever. Okay. And then that's the one I want. So that's good. And then it should import. There we go. So, right? So that did all of the things that I said I was going to do. Right?
Mm-hmm. So all your media is offline because
so
it's not in the folder that it expects.
Correct. Okay. So if I had, and because the other thing that we're testing here is I'm on a Mac, but I've set this up on a Windows machine. So can I move it with Git to work with somebody else and just have this update? So I should be able to just select all of these things, all of my elements, and then just
relink,
I think. Relink. Yeah, and then go.
So you go to your administrator folder to get.
Yeah, wherever you
put
it.
To the second one down. Yeah, Gitparable.
I put it in the worst spot possible.
Yeah, it's okay. I get the point.
But so that should relink everything.
17 of 183 clips could not be found. That's pretty fast. Let's see.
Did it work though?
I don't know. Close it and scroll it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I wonder what they were.
Probably.
Would you like to perform a comprehensive search of all the folders in the selected location? Just say yes, search.
Sure.
Curiosity.
Cannot be found. Yeah. Okay. Probably just stuff. So, all right. Well, that's cool. That worked.
Yeah, it was neat.
That's which video? I don't want to be in cut. I want to be in edit. I like edit for some reason. Yeah, I like this one.
Well, that's where you do your post. Like, cut is the rough cut.
Yeah,
and then edit's where you do all the cool stuff.
All right, so I got to check and make sure that there's sound playing here first of all.
Okay, hold on. Did you share sound when you? I
haven't.
Did the screen share?
I got to do a couple of things. I got to do that. So share sound is one, and then I got to.
Okay, I have to go use the bathroom, so just keep talking for a minute. If you like, or
I'm just gonna check the YouTube sound anyway.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I'll just leave it playing so you can talk and test. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. All right, the YouTube's gonna go to the YouTube's. All right, so let's do something. Let's do. Oh no, let's not do some office stuff. Let's do some. This one. Oh yeah, it's playing. Oh, that's painful. Don't do that. All right. Well, the sound's working out of there. That's good. All righty. Bitbucket. Went over Bitbucket already. Actually, it should show the. Oh yeah. Not going to show that. Reference manual. The book. This is the book. Sound work. Just tortured everybody. Tortured everybody. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Let me get my
Yeah.
headphones on. Oh, hello. I'm back.
You missed my sound check. I won't
Man.
do it again. There's a little kid doing high C, high E, high F. It was like it worked.
Hilarious.
It worked. Oh, anyway. So the sound worked. So I think we're just gonna play this thing.
All right.
So all right, let's just play it. And
Oh, so you're missing. You can see where you're missing on the top left, right? The three red. There's probably more down as you scroll down.
oh
But
well.
but
Oh
screenshot.
yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's because. Okay. All right. That's fine. I can probably replace those with slides. So there's only 3 missing.
No, there's 17. But look at the bottom though. Like, is the bottom supposed to be red like that? Or no, there they are. It's the music files.
Oh.
It's all the sound files.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So if you play it, it looks like it's all the MP3s.
Yeah, that's fine. I
Oh no,
know
you,
where.
you have some MP3s. Just try and play it and see what happens. You'll probably be missing some sounds. You can figure out what it is later.
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh,
There,
okay. You already know.
all of these things are in a specific folder.
Okay, I see.
So, uh, but here, I'll just play it. Just
Yep, just
mess
play it. Just play it.
kind of the experiment. Just do it. We'll do it live. Yeah, okay, fine. I'm
Okay, can you can
gonna
you
go
can you
back to.
possibly make that screen bigger?
Yeah,
It
I can. I can. Yeah.
doesn't have to be giant, but
Yeah, no, I can. Uh, this one goes down like this, and then it makes it bigger. And then I can
yeah, good enough.
actually. No, one more. There's something somewhere where you can change the view. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, that's it. Oh
I
yeah, it
don't know.
makes it then and then full screen. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm new to Resolve too because I was using it a lot and then I couldn't use it anymore. It just didn't work. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's not gonna. I need the files.
okay, yeah, I can't hear it. Okay,
So I need to.
we can fix it. Fix it. Fix it. Key.
Where is this
Yeah,
one?
let's put my music back on while we're waiting.
There's a way. Yeah, I think all of the sound files are not correct. So, but for what you do, oops, actually that's good, perfect. What you do is you change the source folder,
Oh, I see.
and then so I'll do a bunch. This is just going to be the first one. It's probably a good
Okay.
exercise. And then you see what I'm talking about, though. I didn't need to make that folder. It made.
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah.
So this should change. Oh no! God damn it! Gosh darn it! I mean, I need to go down one more folder, which is should be the sound folder. Audio, yeah. I guess it doesn't traverse the audio. That should work. It's not playing now. What did I do? Maybe I'll just check. Maybe I shouldn't put the audio folders in there. Maybe it can't play MP3s. I don't know what's going on here. Let's check. Let's check the MP3s. Oh, actually, that. These ones, gosh darn it. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna see if I can. I might have to. This might be good actually, because I might have not uploaded these ones because it does have some at the end, right? Pretty sure it has some at the end.
Yeah, I think anything red is just missing. That's how I knew it was missing.
Yeah. But I moved. Yeah. See. Yeah. Okay. I got it.
Do you know how to zoom the timeline smaller and bigger?
This one?
No, that's the volume. It's the one to the left of that.
This one? Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So these are all in the audio file. I forgot to put those audio files in there, I believe. So let me check my locals.
All right.
So this is me. This is my local machine now.
Yep.
I called it the same folder. CD audio. Don't tell me.
Oh, they are there. Are they?
No, not all of them.
Oh, weird.
Let me see something. This is that. I screwed up. Let me see if I can find the Git Parable.
Well, do you have the completed folder just so you can play it, or so you can just play it for the stream, or will it only take a second to fix?
It should only take a second to fix. I just have to find these things and put them into the audio file.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, did I put all the audio in with the images? No. That's the other one. Where is this?
Have I read you my Shakespearean insults mug?
No. Where is this? Hang on a sec. Don't wait.
All right.
Where is this? How do I know where this is? Downloads. Oh, okay. That's okay. I gotta stop my share for a second.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna move these. Oh yeah. Okay, I know what I did.
That sexy beast in the middle there.
I know what I did.
It's me.
I know I did. No, wrong.
Wrong. You beetle-headed flap-eared knave.
I put all the MP3 files. I know. Yeah, this is actually one of the tips. How do we do this thing? How do we? Okay, so yeah. So this is one of the things, and this is actually good.
It's okay. Just give me a sec. I gotta go talk to Archer.
Okay. What do I want to do here? I'll copy those. I'll move the desktop first. Two. Parable MP4. Left one to left one. All right. Let's share my screen again.
Okay, Arthur. If just like quietly, okay? It just was really loud. That's all, pal.
It's fine.
All right. So
New world.
A new world record?
No, just everybody's working from home, so whatever.
No, who isn't?
Where's my paste?
I honestly don't know why I'm working at work when I'm there, except, well, I got to do something fun. I got to install a bunch of speakers. That was cool.
So this is good. This is good.
Hey Siri, turn on Do Not Disturb.
Sorry, I can't do that.
You can't do that. How about you shut the front door? Yeah, slide to power off. How about I'm turning you off because you suck. Sorry, I can't do that. What a jerk. Anyway, go on.
Okay, so this is actually good because
the default.
Here, when I do a git status.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that.
What I put in. So these are the missing ones.
Untracked files. Use git. Add.
I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna do some Linux stuff.
All right, let's see.
So that one, and then I want to do I want everything to be prefaced with git underscore.
Mm-hmm.
And I changed my workflow on this based on what Adam Jinx said, and that's why that's why these are differently named than the last ones.
Yep.
So I do a git status, and if you remember, you're talking about like the staging area and et cetera, et cetera. So there's nothing in the staging area right now. It's blank.
Okay.
But git status, that's why everything is red. But if I want to add stuff, I want to add everything with git underscore star to it, right?
Yeah.
Git add git underscore star. And then I do a git status again. They should all be green, right?
Okay.
So since I have this all set up already, I do a git push to upload all my MP3s.
Okay.
Oh, I need to add something here. Let me stop the share for a second while I do this. This is security stuff.
Oh, yeah, security shell. Gotcha. Yeah, just look at a beautiful man for a while.
Yeah. What are we doing here? .ssh.
It's all about angles, I guess.
Lighting, makeup.
Photography and editing. Photographer and editing. Yes, sir. Bro? What's up, bro?
Okay, I'm gonna clear that, and then I'll share again. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Oh man.
I don't have to do that until next week. So I do my timesheets. Share desktop one. Share desktop one. All right. So now that I've done my security stuff, so do git push again. Now it'll work. Oh, I didn't commit it. So.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So changes have been committed, right? Or added to the new file. They're green.
Yeah.
Right? I haven't committed it yet. So I have to go commit and then put a message. This is just a shortcut to add a message. Missing audio media. Right?
Hmm.
So now it goes create, and then cool. And then I do a git status again, and it'll be like that. Those are things that are now staged. So now I do a git push, and if I wanted to change my mind before I pushed it remote, I could change stuff before, but I don't care. And I didn't want any of these things in there, so they're not in there.
Yep.
They probably shouldn't be in that folder at all. I'll remove them later. I do git push again, and now it'll do the thing: compress, upload, blah 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 blah. So when that's done, now I can go back to here and go back to the git bash and then just pull.
Git push, git pull. That's almost too easy. Fatal.
I'm not in the right directory. Yeah, git push, git pull. It's not complicated. That's what the whole thing is. It's simple but powerful. So now
you have to do that thing again. Forget where it was.
Yeah.
About reconnect. Oh, you select them all.
I'll do a bunch.
Yeah.
And then you click this little dot 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 thing. Oh no, not the dot dot dot. I can't. Gosh darn it. Oops.
Well, can't you go into the media, like into the media thing? It's on the bottom left.
Yeah, that's better.
I'm not sure if it's better, but you can you select them all and then just reconnect it, and it'll just ignore the ones that are already there?
I don't know.
I would try that. That would be the first thing I try, because I think Davinci would be smart enough not to figure it out. Are you just going to test one?
Yeah, let's try one.
And you want to relink.
Yeah, there we go. That should work. Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah, you did all three of them. Look at that. Oh, that's cool.
Did it? Or did it only do one? Oh yeah, it did. Let me check. Let me just check something here. Oh yeah, so it did okay, so yeah. So relink. So go back
to media. Just try and control all of them, or Command A them, and then try to relink them all, and it'll just relink them. It'll only take a second, I think. You just relink the whole folder, right? And you've done it before. I haven't.
Oh
no. Yeah, do that. Try that.
There's no select all.
Well, you just have to select the folder.
Yeah, let's try this one.
That's weird.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It just
okay.
So
you have to. So you have to do the. It looks like you have to do the audio.
4 found 14 couldn't be completed.
Okay.
So I did a bunch.
Yeah, that was my theory anyway.
Bunch is cool. What's this one missing?
I do not know. I am but an egg. So it looks like.
Is that just an empty clip?
I don't know.
Where's the clip attributes?
Well, it's audio.
Simplify. Oh yeah, right. Because I changed this. I changed the name of this one, right?
Mm.
So this should be Git. So I think that's that's the only one.
That's the only sound one, and then it looks like there's a few edits at the top of some slides or something.
Yeah, that's fine. I can fix it later. I'll show you.
The audio is a bit harder, but you could play it now, I think, because there's enough audio there.
No, I can fix this. I'll only take a second.
Okay.
This is one. This is one I did before. So there
it is right there. Simplify.
Yeah, except what I do is replace the selected clip with this one, and then that one. Let's do that. Oh yeah, And then there's a .git folder. This is where all of your Git metadata is.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. It's simplified. Oh, one. Yeah, that should be it. And then that should work. And then I think that's the only one. Yeah, perfect. So that should be perfect now. So I'm going to edit again. So all my audio. So we'll just play this all the way through.
Okay. We earned it.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah, just give me a sec though. Now I'm ready. Go.
Git is a simple but extremely powerful system. Most people try to teach Git by demonstrating a few dozen commands and then yelling "Tata." I believe this method is flawed. Such a treatment may leave you with the ability to use Git to perform simple tasks, but the Git commands will still feel like magical incantations. Doing anything out of the ordinary will be terrifying. Until you understand the concepts upon which Git is built, you'll feel like a stranger in a foreign land. The following parable will take you on a journey through the creation of a Git-like system from the ground up.
These are mostly
Understanding the concepts presented here will be the most valuable thing you can do to prepare yourself to harness the full power of Git. The concepts themselves are quite simple, but allow for an amazing wealth of functionality to spring into existence. Read this parable all the way through and you should have very little trouble mastering the various Git commands and wielding the awesome power that Git makes available to you. Imagine that you have a computer that has nothing on it but a text editor and a few file system commands. Now imagine that you have decided to write a large software program on this system. Because you're a responsible software developer, you decide that you need to invent some sort of method for keeping track of versions of your software so that you can retrieve code that you previously changed or deleted. What follows is a story about...
These are pretty easy to fix. I know what slides these are.
Well, yeah, fix it. Fix it. We got time.
Yeah. So I know what slides these are. This thing freaks me out. I don't know why you can't make Davinci like it doesn't. You can't minimize it. It's really strange. Okay, so if I view these as extra large icons, so it is slide 12, slide 13, and slide 14. So, where? Oh, I need to stay in there. It's driving me nuts.
Uh-oh. Excuse me.
Just go away, stupid Apple bar. Like, I don't want you there. Okay, so... Okay, dokie. So this is slide 12. Can I change it from here? Oh, I know what to do. Where's the medias? Where's the medias? Yeah, there we go. This is what I want. Whoa. Oh yeah, okay. So this is slide 12. There's slide 12 in here. Probably not. All right, so I need to import slide 12 in here. Import file, import media. Parable slides, and I believe it was 12. Oh, gosh darn it. Come on. Windows keyboard and there we go. Windows keyboard and Mac keyboard aren't. Yeah, there we go. How come I did all of that?
Well, because you weren't reading. Yeah, I guess that'll work.
That's not what I want. not what I want at all. Remove. I'll just do one at a time. I don't know why you have to do that before. It's weird. Okay, slide 12. Open. Goes there. See, I didn't want it to move anything. It moved stuff on me. Or did it? Shouldn't have moved stuff on me. Oh, I could replace these two, actually. I'm gonna do. Hang on.
Okay. Wait.
I'm gonna replace these. With... Yeah. Okay. So this is slide 12. I'm gonna update.
Delicious.
Where's It's relink.
So free life lesson for you. If you have Earl Grey jasmine tea and it's pretty delicious, then you decide, hey, like I want to get some vitamin C into my life by putting a lemon in it, a fresh lemon. Just don't do it, man.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Lemon in water, even just hot water, good enough. Don't destroy the tea and the lemon water by mixing them together.
Right.
That's right, Archer. Thanks, buddy. And I'm here from the future to tell Uncle Scott that Richard's been a good boy this entire year.
Excellent. All year, right?
Yeah, all year. And honestly, he's never gone, since he was like past being a baby, he's never gone more than a day. Or half a day, really. He's just been awesome.
Yeah.
But so have I. So.
Okay, I got a plan here.
You're just playing real quiet, though? Good boy, Archer.
So this is actually what I did. I changed my workflow a little bit.
You're adding a layer?
No, I went by slides. Yes. I'll show you when I get this fixed. I'll show you what we did. What I did at the end here. And then import. Probably anybody that knows how to do this would be screaming and yelling.
Probably not. Everybody needs to solve a problem a certain way.
Because you're responsible software, you decide some sort of.
I don't know. I have a feeling that a video editor might not know how to share files to themselves using Git, so they're probably just going, "What?" Which I'm gonna go and retitle this later.
Yeah.
Just live stream sharing your Davinci Resolve file using Git.
Yeah.
Just to show that it's possible, and people will come look at it.
Yeah.
Well, how did you? And then we'll have to make a instructional video. How to share your Davinci Resolve file without using Frame.io.
Yeah.
Like what? Frame.io is a great service, but
yeah, I think that just goes over there, and then that goes over there a little bit, and then that goes over there.
Just butt them up. Yeah. That's just...
All right, let's see what I screwed up. All right, fixed. Sort of. Anyway.
Just give me a second.
Git is a simple but extremely powerful.
I'm gonna play it anyway. Yeah. Okay. Play it. I want this to be bigger. I want it to be bigger. There it is. Oh, I see. That's what's going on there.
Hello.
Imagine that you have a computer that has nothing on it but a text editor and a few file system commands. Now imagine that you...
All right. Okay, it doesn't need to be perfect.
Yeah.
Can we just start it from there? And make it the other view?
Imagine that you have a computer that has nothing on it but a text editor and a few file system commands. Now imagine that you have decided to write a large software program on this system. Because you're a responsible software developer, you decide that you need to invent some sort of method for keeping track of versions of your software so that you can retrieve code that you previously changed or deleted. What follows is a story about how you might design one such version control system, VCS, and the reasoning behind those design choices. Alfred is a friend of yours that works down at the mall as a photographer in one of those special moments photo boutiques. All day long he takes photos of little kids posing awkwardly in front of jungle or ocean backdrops. During one of your frequent lunches at the pretzel stand, Alfred tells you a story about a woman named Hazel who brings her daughter in for a portrait every year on the same day. She brings the photos from all the past years with her, Alfred tells you. She likes to remember what her daughter was like at each different stage, as if the snapshots really let her move back and forth in time to those saved memories. Like some sort of formulaic plot device, Alfred's innocent statement acts as a catalyst for you to see the ideal solution to your version control dilemma. Snapshots, like save points in a video game, are really what you care about when you need to interact with a VCS. What if you could take snapshots of your codebase at any time and resurrect that code on demand? Alfred reads the dawning realization spreading across your face and knows you're about to leave him without another word to go back and implement whatever genius idea he just caused you to have. You do not disappoint him. You start your project in a directory named Working. As you code, you try to write one feature at a time. When you complete a self-contained portion of a feature, you make sure that all your files are saved and then make a copy of the entire working directory, giving it the name Snapshot 0. After you perform this copy operation, you make sure to never again change the code files in the new directory. After the next chunk of work, you perform another copy, only this time the new directory gets the name Snapshot 1, and so on. To make it easy to remember what changes you made in each snapshot, you add a special file named message to each snapshot directory that contains a summary of the work that you did and the date of completion. By printing the contents of each message, it becomes easy to find a specific change that you made in the past, in case you need to resurrect some old code. After a bit of time on the project, a candidate for release begins to emerge. Late nights at the keyboard finally yield Snapshot 99, the nascent form of what will become release version 1.0. It comes to pass that this snapshot is packaged and distributed to the eagerly awaiting masses. Stoked by excellent response to your software, you push forward, determined to make the next version an even bigger success. Your VCS has so far been a faithful companion. Old versions of your code are there when you need them and can be accessed with ease. But not long after the release, bug reports start to come in. Nobody's perfect, you reassure yourself, and Snapshot 99 is readily retrievable, glad to be brought back to life for the purposes of applying bug fixes. Since the release, you've created 10 new snapshots. This new work must not be included in the 1.0.1 bug fix version you now need to create. To solve this, you copy Snapshot 99 to Working so that your working directory is at exactly the point where version 1.0 was released. A few swift lines of code and the bug is fixed in the working directory. It is here that a problem becomes apparent. The VCS deals very well with linear development, but for the first time ever, you need to create a new snapshot that is not a direct descendant of the preceding snapshot. If you create a snapshot 110, remember that you created 10 snapshots since the release, then you'll be interrupting the linear flow and will have no way of determining the ancestry of any given snapshot. Clearly, you need something more powerful than a linear system. Studies show that even short exposures to nature can help recharge the mind's creative potential. You've been sitting behind the artificially polarized light of your monitor for days on end. A walk through the woods in the brisk autumn air will do you some good and with any luck, will help you arrive at an ideal solution to your problem. The great oaks that line the trail have always appealed to you. They seem to stand stark and proud against the perfectly blue sky. Half the ruddy leaves have departed from their branches, leaving an intricate pattern of branches in their wake. Fixating on one of the thousands of branch tips, you idly try to follow it back to the solitary trunk. This organically produced structure allows for such great complexity, but the rules for finding your way back to the trunk are so simple, and perfect for keeping track of multiple lines of development. It turns out that what they say about nature and creativity are true. By looking at your code history as a tree, solving the problem of ancestry becomes trivial. All you need to do is include the name of the parent snapshot in the message file you write for each snapshot. Adding just a single upstream pointer will enable you to easily and accurately trace the history of any given snapshot all the way back to the root. Your code history is now a tree. Instead of having a single latest snapshot, you have two, one for each branch. With a linear system, your sequential numbering system lets you easily identify the latest snapshot. Now, that ability is lost. Creating new development branches has become so simple that you'll want to take advantage of it all the time. You'll be creating branches for fixes to old releases, for experiments that may not pan out. Indeed, it becomes possible to create a new branch for every feature you begin. But like everything good in life, there is a price to be paid. Each time you create a new snapshot, you must remember that the new snapshot becomes the latest on its branch. Without this information, switching to a new branch would become a laborious process indeed. Every time you create a new branch, you probably give it a name in your head. This will be the version 1.0 maintenance branch, you might say. Perhaps you refer to the former linear branch as the master branch. Think about this a little further, though. From the perspective of a tree, what does it mean to name a branch? Naming every snapshot that appears in the history of a branch would do the trick, but requires the storage of a potentially large amount of data. Additionally, it still wouldn't help you efficiently locate the latest snapshot on a branch. The least amount of information necessary to identify a branch is the location of the latest snapshot on that branch. If you need to know the list of snapshots that are part of the branch, you can easily trace the parentage. Storing the branch names is trivial. In a file named branches, stored outside of any specific snapshot, you simply list the name/snapshot pairs that represent the tips of branches. To switch to a named branch, you need only look up the snapshot for the corresponding name from this file. Because you're only storing the latest snapshot on each branch, creating a new snapshot now contains an additional step. If the new snapshot is being created as part of a branch, the branches file must be updated so that the name of the branch becomes associated with the new snapshot. A small price to pay for the benefit. After using branches for a while, you notice that they can serve two purposes. First, they can act as movable pointers to snapshots so that you can keep track of the branch tips. Second, they can be pointed at a single snapshot and never move. The first use case allows you to keep track of ongoing development, things like release maintenance. The second case is useful for labeling points of interest, like version 1.0 and version 1.0.1. Mixing both of these uses into a single file feels messy. Both types are pointers to snapshots, but one moves and one doesn't. For the sake of clarity and elegance, you decide to create another file called tags to contain pointers of the second type. Keeping these two inherently different pointers in separate files will help you from accidentally treating a branch as a tag or vice versa. Working on your own gets pretty lonely. Wouldn't it be nice if you could invite a friend to work on your project with you? Well, you're in luck. Your friend Zoe has a computer set up just like yours and wants to help with the project. Because you've created such a great version control system, you tell her all about it and send her a copy of all your snapshots, branches, and tags so she can enjoy the same benefits of the code history. It's great to have Zoe on the team, but she has a habit of taking long trips to faraway places without internet access. As soon as she has the source code, she catches a flight to Patagonia and you don't hear from her for a week. In the meantime, you both code up a storm. When she finally gets back, you discover a critical flaw in your VCS. Because you've both been using the same numbering system, you each have directories named Snapshot 114, Snapshot 115, and so on, but with different contents. To make matters worse, you don't even know who authored the changes in those new snapshots. Together, you devise a plan for dealing with these problems. First, snapshot messages will henceforth contain author name and email. Second, snapshots will no longer be named with simple numbers. Instead, you'll use the contents of the message file to produce a hash. This hash will be guaranteed to be unique to the snapshot since no two messages will ever have the same date, message, parent, and author. To make sure everything goes smoothly, you both agree to use the SHA-1 hash algorithm that takes the contents of a file and produces a 40-character hexadecimal string. You both update your histories with the new technique, and instead of clashing snapshot 114 directories, you now have distinct directories named 8ba3441b6b89 cad2.
I will change this one. Just to let you know.
DB9B3387E875F2A550692991F4B and DB9B5B5A6294A8733503AB57577 DB96FF2249E.
Got that? You remember those?
With the updated naming scheme, it becomes trivial for you to fetch all the new snapshots from Zoe's computer and place them next to your existing snapshots. Because every snapshot specifies its parent, and identical messages, and therefore identical snapshots, have identical names no matter where they are created, the history of the codebase can still be drawn as a tree. Only now, the tree is comprised of snapshots authored by both Zoe and you. This point is important enough to warrant repeating. A snapshot is identified by a SHA-1 that uniquely identifies it, and its parent. These snapshots can be created and moved around between computers without losing their identity or where they belong in the history tree of a project. What's more, snapshots can be shared or kept private as you see fit. If you have some experimental snapshots that you want to keep to yourself, you can do so quite easily. Just don't make them available to Zoe. Zoe's travel habits cause her to spend countless hours on airplanes and boats. Most of the places she visits have no readily available internet access.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, she spends more time offline than online. It's no surprise, then, that Zoe raves about your VCS. All of the day-to-day operations that she needs to do can be done locally. The only time she needs a network connection is when she's ready to share her snapshots with you. Now, let's simplify our drawings a little so that we can focus on the important things. We don't need to draw the working directory and the branches and tags files. We know they're always there anyway. Instead, we will add labels that point to the branches and tags that we are currently interested in. Branches are green, and tags are yellow. Before Zoe left on her trip, you had asked her to start working off of the branch named math and to implement a function that generated irrational numbers, the 3 green snapshots. Meanwhile, you were also developing off of the math branch, only you were writing a function to generate, say, unreal numbers, the 2 blue snapshots. Now that Zoe has...
Okay, so snapshots, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm gonna go over. Yeah, I'm gonna go over. It might be. It's just processing. It might have compressed. Yeah. Okay, well, I just copied and pasted it. So yeah. So yeah, a couple of things. Number one, I'm not going to read out the whole hashtag in computer voice. Number one. 892444290909001100011. Yeah, and so a couple of important points here. So, talking about visual tools, this is how the visual tools in the GUIs represent stuff. So, your master is your through line that's like the trunk of the tree, right? And then these are branches, et cetera, et cetera. Second part, this is where I changed my workflow, because I recorded all of the stuff up until this point, and then after this point, I started just going slide by slide and putting the content instead of taking the parable script. I took the slide guys script and made it match up. So it was much easier to do the last part than it was to do the first part. But that's how you learn things.
You are faced with the task of merging these 2 separate branches of development into a single snapshot. But how? In the working directory, you copy in the changes done on both branches, and reconcile their differences. You create a new snapshot, a merge snapshot, from the working directory. But there is something special about this snapshot. Instead of just a single parent, this merge snapshot has 2 parents. The first parent is the latest on your math branch and the second parent is Zoe's latest on her math branch. Once you complete the merge, Zoe fetches all the snapshots that you have that she does not. Your development on the math branch, blue, the merge snapshot. Once she does this, both of your histories match exactly. Like many software developers, you have a compulsion to keep your code clean and very well organized. This carries over into a desire to keep your code history well groomed. However, Last night you came home after having a few too many pints of Guinness at the local pub and started coding, producing a handful of snapshots along the way. This morning, a review of the code you wrote last night makes you cringe a little bit. The code is good overall, but you made a lot of mistakes early on that you corrected in later snapshots. Let's say the branch on which you did your drunken development is called drunk and you made 3 snapshots after you got home from the bar. If the name drunk points at the latest snapshot on that branch, then we can invent a useful notation to refer to the parent of that snapshot. Let's use the notation drunk caret /hat, drunk hat, to mean the parent of the snapshot pointed to by the branch name drunk. Similarly, drunk caret means the grandparent of the drunk snapshot.
Yep.
So the 3 snapshots in chronological order are drunk caret, and drunk. Now, let's say the end result from the 3 messy snapshots on the drunk branch consists of changing an existing function, foo, and adding a new file, bar.cpp. You'd really like those 3 lousy snapshots to be 2 clean snapshots. One that changes the existing function, foo, and another one that adds the new file, bar.cpp. To accomplish this revision of history, you copy drunk into working and delete the new file bar.cpp. Now working contains the first change only, that is, the correct modifications to the existing function foo. You create a new snapshot from working and write the message to be appropriate to the changes. For the parent you specify the SHA1 of the drunk caret snapshot, essentially creating a new branch off of the same starting point you chose last night. Now you can again copy drunk into working and roll a snapshot that adds the new file bar.cpp. As the parent you specify the snapshot you created just before this one. As the last step, you move branch name drunk to point to the last snapshot you just made. The history of the drunk branch now represents a nicer version of what you did last night. The other snapshots that you've replaced are no longer needed, so you can delete them or just leave them around for posterity. No branch names are currently pointing at them, so it will be hard to find them later on, but if you don't delete them, they'll stick around. As much as you try to keep your new modifications related to a single feature or logical chunk, you sometimes get sidetracked and start hacking on something totally unrelated. Only halfway into this do you realize that your working directory now contains what should really be 2 separate snapshots. To help you with this annoying situation, the concept of a staging directory is useful. This area acts as an intermediate step between your working directory and a final snapshot. Each time you finish a snapshot, you first copy it to the staging directory, and then you create the snapshot from the staging directory. If a change belongs to the next snapshot, you mimic the change inside staging. If it doesn't, you can leave it in working and make it part of a later snapshot. When you're satisfied with the state of the staging directory, you create a new snapshot from it. This separation of coding and preparing the stage makes it easy to specify what is and what is not included in the next snapshot. You no longer have to worry too much about making an accidental, unrelated change in your working directory. You have to be a bit careful, though. Consider a file named readme. You make an edit to this file and then mimic that in staging. You go on about your business, editing other files. After a while, you make another change to readme. Now you have made 2 changes to that file, but only one is in the staging area. If you were to create a snapshot now, your second change would be absent. The lesson is this: every new edit must be added to the staging area if it is to be part of the next snapshot. With a working directory, a staging area, and loads of snapshots laying around, it starts to get confusing as to what the specific code changes are between these directories. A snapshot message only gives you a summary of what changed, not exactly what lines were changed between 2 files. Using a diffing algorithm, you can make a small program that shows you the differences in 2 codebases. As you develop and copy things from your working directory to the staging area, you will want to easily see what is different between the 2, so that you can determine what else needs to be staged. It's also important to see how the staging area is different from the last snapshot, since these changes are what will become part of the next snapshot you produce. There are many other diffs you might want to see. The differences between a specific snapshot and its parent would show you the specific changes, aka change set, that was introduced by that snapshot. The diff between 2 branches would be helpful for making sure your development doesn't wander too far away from the main line. Remember Zoe? After a few more
Yep.
trips around the world, Zoe starts to complain that her hard drive is filling up with hundreds of nearly identical copies of the software. You too have been feeling like all the file duplication is wasteful. After a bit of thinking, you come up with something very clever. You remember that the SHA-1 hash produces a short string that is unique for a given file contents. Starting with the very first snapshot in the project history, you start a big conversion process. First, you create a directory named objects outside of the code history. Next, you go into the first snapshot directory, and find the most deeply nested directory in the snapshot. Additionally, you open up a temporary file for writing. Now, for each file in the most deeply nested directory, you perform the following 3 steps. Step 1. Calculate the SHA-1 of the file contents. Step 2. Add an entry into the temp file that contains the word blob, binary large object, the SHA-1 from the first step, and the file name. Step 3. Copy the file to the objects directory and rename it to the SHA-1 from step 1. Repeat this process for the other 2 files in that directory. Once finished with all the files, find the SHA-1 of the temp file contents and use that to name the temp file, also placing it in the objects directory. Note that the contents of the temp file exactly mirrors the contents of subfolder 1, it is kind of a directory listing. We use this fact in the next phase. Now, move up 1 directory and start over. Only this time, when you get to the entry for the directory that you just processed, enter the word tree, the SHA-1 of the temp file from last time, and the directory's name into the new temp file. So, to identify the contents of the subfolder 1 directory, we reuse the SHA-1 of the directory listing from the last phase. Now, at this level there's also a regular file, file 4. We handle this in the same way as the previous files in subfolder 1. When we finish that directory level, we hash and store the directory listing, and keep going at the next level. In this fashion you can build up a tree of directory object files that contain the SHA-1s and names of the files and directory objects that they contain. Once this has been accomplished for every directory and file in the snapshot, you have the SHA-1 of the directory listing for the root folder of your snapshot. Now you need to record the root tree's SHA-1 somewhere, but where? An ideal place to store it is in the snapshot message file. This way, the contents of the message now also depends on the entire contents of the snapshot, and you can guarantee that 2 identical snapshot messages must contain exactly the same files. It's also convenient to create an object from the snapshot message in the same way that you do for blobs and trees. Since you're maintaining a list of branch and tag names that point to message SHA-1s, you don't have to worry about losing track of which snapshots are important to you. With all of this information stored in the objects directory, you can safely delete the snapshot directory that you used as the source of this operation. If you want to recreate the snapshot at a later date, it's simply a matter of following the SHA-1 of the root tree stored in the message file and extracting each tree and blob into their corresponding directory and file. For a single snapshot, this transformation process doesn't get you much. You've really only converted one directory structure into another kind of directory structure, and created a lot of extra work in the process. But once you start transforming the second snapshot, you discover something. Many of the files and directories are unchanged from the first snapshot, and they therefore end up with the same SHA-1. But since they have the same SHA-1, they already exist in the objects directory, so you don't have to copy them in there. Imagine 2 sequential snapshots. Both have, say, 10 directories and 100 files in total, but the change from one to the other touches only a single file in the top directory. This transformation process will create 10 trees and 100 blobs from the first snapshot, but only 1 new blob and 1 new tree from the second snapshot. Everything else is already in the objects directory. As you can see, the real benefits of this system arise from reuse of trees and blobs across snapshots. By converting every snapshot directory in the old system to object files in the new system, you can drastically reduce the number of files that are stored on disk. Now, instead of storing perhaps 50 identical copies of a rarely changed file, you only need to keep 1. Eliminating blob and tree duplication significantly reduces the total storage size of your project history, but that's not the only thing you can do to save space. Source code is just text, and text can be very efficiently compressed using common compression algorithms. If you compress every blob before computing its SHA-1 and saving it to disk, you can further reduce the total storage size of the project history by a significant amount. The version control system you have constructed is now a reasonable approximation of Git. The main difference is that Git gives you command lines tools to handle such things as creating new snapshots and switching to old ones. Git uses the term commit instead of snapshot, tracing history, keeping branch tips up to date, fetching changes from other people, merging and diffing branches, and hundreds of other common, and not so common, tasks. Finally, to get you started with simple usage of Git, here are some basic commands. First, there are a couple of commands to make sure that your snapshots get the correct author information. You only need to run this once per machine you work on. You can always get help on specific commands. H gives you a short overview. Git help gives you the full reference documentation for a command. To start a new repo in the current directory, run git init. The current directory will be your working directory, and the objects, staging area, branches, tags, and other stuff will live in the Git subdirectory. To move changes from your working directory into the staging area, use git add.
Oh yeah, you saw
To
something.
make a new snapshot from the staging area, use git commit. Use git commit A to make a new commit directly from all changed files in the working directory.
Oh, I didn't know committed.
Use git log to get a list of all commits on the current branch. Git is a nice GUI version of this, that also draws a nice graph of the relationship between commits. Finally, Git status gives you a summary of the current staged and unstaged changes. To see the differences between the working directory and the staging area, use git diff. If you want to see the changes scheduled to become the next commit, use git diff staged. Git diff head shows you the diff between the working directory and the latest commit. Finally, you can use git diff from to see the differences between any two commits in the repository. Git branch shows a list of your current branches. Git branch is also used to create new branches. Use git checkout to switch to a different branch. Git checkout B is a handy shortcut when you want to start working on a new branch. Git tag L lists existing tags. Use git tag to create new tags. To start talking to another Git repo, use git remote add. This gives you a short name used to refer to the other repo, called a remote. Use git fetch to fetch the branches from that remote. These are now available in your repo as name/branch, and you can git log or git diff these branches. To merge one of these branches into the current branch, use git merge. Git pull is a shorthand for those two commands, but don't use it if you don't want to merge. As you continue to learn Git, keep this parable in mind. Git is really very simple underneath, and it is this simplicity that makes it so flexible and powerful. One last thing before you run off to learn all the Git commands, remember that it is almost impossible to lose work that has been committed. Even when you delete a branch, all that's really happened is that the pointer to that commit has been removed. All of the snapshots are still in the objects directory, you just need to dig up the commit SHA-1. In these cases, look up git reflog. It contains a history of what each branch pointed to, and in times of crisis, it will save the day. Here are some resources that you can follow as your next step. Now, go and become a Git master.
Git master. Not bad. Not bad.
So to summarize, what is Git? No, I'm curious. I'm trying to make. I'm doing a recording.
You want a summary?
I'm doing a recording. So, what is the purpose of Git? Because the reason why is because I want to make a highlight reel for people to come to watch this video.
Should have prepared for that one. Should have knew that was coming.
Yeah. So to summarize, like, what is the video saying?
What's this video saying? Just to summarize what this video.
Yeah, summarize the video. Summarize what Git is in relation to the video that you just spliced together.
Git is a hang on. Git is a distributed version control system that allows you to work on code bases and other things with other people. And it saves you from deleting stuff or losing stuff. So it's kind of like working with a net. So if you start, everybody's done this where they've started working on a file and they've deleted it and then they've lost it forever. So if they'd saved it and used Git and put it on a remote repo, they would have a chance to get it back. Git repository is one of those things that they were talking about. That's a shortcut. I can't. Correct. Correct. Basically, that's it. Yeah, it's also one of those things too where, and the reason I'm doing this specific video is that there is wild variations in knowledge in Git. And I learned a bunch of stuff doing this that I didn't really understand before doing it because I was very much this type of thing where it's like, oh, git diff, git fetch, git push, git. Oh, I know git. Yeah, correct. And we are not done yet because okay. That's a good question. No, I just wasn't ready. Wasn't ready. Um, just maybe I can think about that question a little more.
Okay, and then let me know if you come up with something cool, and I'll start recording again. I
Yeah,
also had my microphone muted because the kids were starting to scream in the background, so
yeah.
you didn't hear my side.
Okay, so we made changes.
We
So
made changes.
so I am going to not do any edits to this because I'm going to tear down this machine.
Okay.
I'm going to save this project and I'm going to export the project because we made changes. I am going to replace this one. Yes. And that's all I need to do for this. I can get out of Davinci Resolve now. Did a preview with you, which is what I wanted to do.
Yes.
Uh,
It's pretty
oh,
cool. It was really interesting, honestly.
oh, it is. It is very cool, and it is the like if you want me to say it in a sentence, Git is working on your stuff with a net, not with a net, but with a net,
Yeah.
because you can get your stuff back
Hmm.
if you have a fatal, like if you have it locally on your machine and you've committed it into Git, it's still there, like it was saying. So you have a
So, oh yeah,
unless you
sorry.
go ahead.
Just an AWS thing popped in my mind. Oh yeah, and I wanted to tell you something interesting as an aside, but it's the what they're talking about. Like if one piece of code's kind of goes awry or goes bad, it's the AWS concept of decoupling your components. Seems
Yeah,
like it's compatible with Git to me from what I'm looking at. Because
kinda, yeah,
it's
kinda.
it's not
Right.
like so Davinci Resolve, you have the file with all the separate media in it, right? You could output it and then you could send it to me,
Well,
right?
that's actually what I'm going to do.
No, I'm just saying, no, that's not what I mean though. Like you could uh put it into deliver, output the completed project, send it to me and tell me like I can change things. But how can I do it? Well, how you
Yeah,
could how,
completed project. No, you can't.
that's what I'm saying. So, but you can send me this file, which you're going to do right now, which is cool,
Yeah,
but which is fine. Um, and then
actually,
and then I can work on it from here. But I like that's the point of Git is what all I'm trying to say is
so
you send all the files with all the meat I need to work on it with,
yeah,
and
so I think we have enough
cool.
time to actually do that. So I'm gonna commit my changes, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so because I uploaded everything and did a Git pull, there's nothing locally other than the fact that I changed the Gitparable 1 DRP, right?
Yeah.
But if I do Git history, I think it's history. Git history or Git log?
Git log.
Git log, I think.
Get a log, little doggy.
Yeah, so there's there's the commits, and this is the hash that they're talking about, the 331. And when
3819538D2185489382E67675E. Sorry.
After watching the video, these things probably make more sense too, because as the author and the date and the commit, right? So that makes sense.
Smugford at Onika.com.
Watch.
Smugford. That's the thing.
Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna have to add an SSH key, which I'll have to stop sharing to get this up there, I believe. But I'm gonna do git add, and this is a terrible thing to do. Don't do this one, but I only know that there's one. So if I do a git add dot, it adds everything. That can get you in trouble, but for short, like it doesn't matter, and you don't know there's only one. It's fine.
Okay.
So I don't think git push will work until I have my key on here. Yeah, see, it's saying sign in with the browser, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to add my key on here. Just cancel this. I don't know what my password is. I only use the key. So, oh, actually, no, hang on. I might be able to do this. I'm going to stop the share though. Just in case I expose something I don't want to.
All right.
Just give me a second. I am
fine.
Putting my username and password in here. I think it's this one. Oh, I think I just do Smugford. Yeah, Smugford. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna work. Try one more time. Oh, you know what? On the TikToks. Sugar Shack. Let's see if this one's worked. Oh.
That's not even gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we're live right now on the TikToks. Hold on, I'm just trying to make a TikTok. And it's hang on. I think I have to hold the button down the whole time. The whole time I have to hold the button down. Oh man. Yeah, I do. I gotta hold the button down the whole time. Oh jeez. Yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah. Hang on a second. How can I do this? I need to. All right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna send you. I'm gonna copy that. Oh, I know what I can do. I can do a little bit of weirdness here. I'm gonna take that DRP because I have it on. Because I have SSH on mine, I'm gonna do a little pokery and copy it to my machine because I'm not logged in on this instance, and I just want to get rid of it quickly. Because it's a server, it's got all of the stuff on it, like the all the security settings for servers.
Yeah, fair enough.
So this one, January 4th, changed. That's good. I'm gonna do a copy. Do a paste over here somewhere, and then I'll copy it to Git, and then I'm gonna get you to import it. Where did it go? Does it not copy? Come on. Copy. Let's try. Yes. Mm-hmm. Why is this stupid thing do stupid? Why is the stupid thing do the stupid thing?
I don't know.
Because it's a stupid thing. Replace. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen again. Status. Yeah, okay, cool. So this is a little bit of pokery. I am going to just get out of the remote instance. I'll leave it open for a second. Leave it open for 10 more minutes. I'm gonna reshare my screen. No. Where the heck that going? Share my screen. Share my screen. Okay. So.
All right, here we are.
So I copied.
Yeah.
Copied it there. So do a git. Oh wait, where am I? Yeah. So I do a git add and then git and then tab complete, right? And then I do a git push. I didn't commit it. Very important, because if it's just added, it's just in the staging area. It's not in the working directory until I commit it to the working directory, which is the master directory. So it's not committed to master until I do this, or committed to the branch. Export. So then git push, and then it'll give me a little thing there. And then I don't know if I'm logged into GitHub still here or not. Oh no, I don't want to do that right now. Okay, well, you start your share, and we'll import it, and then I think that's enough for today. Do the voices thing.
I made a TikTok. It's done already. I shared it already. I shared it to Head Like a Hole.
I don't know.
Black is your soul. I'd rather die than give you control. Oh, that was weird. Why did I do that?
I don't know. All right. So.
Oh man. Oh man.
All right. So for I'm gonna leave this up to you now. Do you want to make a GitHub account and do all this?
Yeah.
now?
Just give me a sec.
Okay.
I just gotta adjust this.
All right.
Oh man. Hold on.
There's a whole MFA thing that we should do. You might as well do the whole. Do it right.
Which one is that? Okay. Just have to figure something out here.
You're gonna refresh.
Yep.
So
So that's top left.
I might talk to Weasel's Apple over here.
All right. Oh, there he is. Okay. He's way up high. So we are gonna just do this. See if I can squeeze him a little bit down. And then, oh yeah, I can't really do it without you there, though.
Hang on, 2 seconds. And,
It's okay.
talk to Weasel Zappa in the bathroom.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Talking to Weasel.
Talking to Dweezil? You're talking to Dweezil Zappa? Cool. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
So go to open up a Chrome.
Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, it says.
Okay, it says.
Oh, come on, douche. Douche.
Douche.
Okay. Just because we reshared screens. Okay.
Yeah,
we lost the oh no. No,
like a goose, wrapped up like a goose in the middle of the night.
Right. Okay, so what am I doing?
I'll bring up Google browser. You're gonna make a GitHub account.
Okay. And I need a Google browser to do that, so I will drag this over here. And I will say the Google.
The Google. The Google. And then GitHub. Just GitHub. You could have just went to GitHub, actually.
Regardless. I needed to open this anyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
I think I did. I don't remember. I think I started this, but I don't remember. Let's check. Let me just check.
That's picture email.
Yeah.
There you go. Where the world builds software.
Welcome to GitHub. At Clockwise Media, you're the newest member in this community, over 36 million. Okay, so sign in, I guess.
Oh, you made one? Okay, cool.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right, so you don't need to create a repository. You don't need to import a repository. We'll do that in another session.
Okay.
So you have a username and password, right? That you just put in there?
Sure.
Okay, so you actually don't need it to do the thing. Just go to github.com/Smugfort.
Oh, so because that's your account?
Yeah. So yours is Clockwise Media. So click on the repository. I needed to do some cleanup on this.
Sorry, and what's the name of it? I was
click on repositories.
Oh, up here. I gotcha. Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So Gitparable.
Gitparable. There's my resume there if you want to look at my resume too.
Okay.
But yeah, Gitparable.
Yeah, I won't today.
And then the code thing.
Oh yeah, and you do the zip, was it? Or what am I doing?
You have an account.
Oh, the copy, right?
Yeah. And this is logging in. Oh, you have it. Wait a second. So click on we won't do this yet. Okay. It's a little too much for today, but click on the SSH just for the thing.
Okay.
So you don't have any public keys added to your account. It's too late to do this, I think, right now. But you would add a public key, and then once you have an SSH key installed and an SSH key on your machine, you don't need to put your password in every time you upload or download something, because when you have to put in your password or username and password every time you want to communicate with GitHub, it's a pain in the butt. So the pro tip is to use the SSH, but we don't need that for right now. So go back to the HTTPS, because there's two different ways. There's HTTPS and there's SSH to get stuff.
I see.
So
okay.
I'll click back on the HTTPS.
On the HTTPS. One sec here. Just sorting out a bit. Oh, whatever. Close enough. So I'm going to HTTPS.
Mug.
And I copied that already. So where am I going now?
So
do I need to get that git bash thing? Or
yeah, you need to oh sorry, I skipped ahead. So you need to open up another one. and then do install Git Windows or Git for Windows or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
This
then
one?
that one, and then pick the Windows version. Should start automatically.
That put in my downloads.
Yeah.
And that should take it should be really effing fast because
yeah, it was. And then this one, you just install all of the defaults. You could go over these. I've never looked at them, to be honest. I just want to be able to get stuff from Git, so I click. It's GitHub. It's trusted software. It doesn't install.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about it.
It doesn't install malware or anything like that.
I mean, if somebody sends you malware, if somebody's a jerk, that could possibly happen, but it would have to be intentional. But I know what you mean. You're talking about the specific install of
this one, yeah, and also the website that you're on, like the Git SCM. I think that's source control management. Yeah. It's a domain.
Okay.
You wanted to run that. You wanted to run that one. That's okay.
Oh, I didn't. I thought it said run, but anyway, I can find it.
Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. So now make sure which directory you're in.
That was weird.
Don't just do pwd.
Why did you do that?
That's what you want.
No, I just lost both screens. And you. There we go. That's better. Okay.
So do pwd to figure out where you are. So do you want that? You want your project in there, or do you want it to be in like a Resolve projects folder or something like that?
Well, yeah, let's put it in videos. CD. What is it? Was it?
Yeah.
How do I find my directories? I forget.
I think just dir.
Right. So I want it in. Yeah, videos. This one.
Yeah. So just CD videos should work. Yeah. There you go. Okay. So now all you need to do is git clone.
And then paste.
Paste. Yeah.
There's nothing in the clipboard. Oh, because I just copied that. That was silly.
All right, you can get that thing back.
Okay, so I just got to go into here. Where was I?
I think it's still there.
Okay, that's not there. Okay, it's is that one?
Probably on that one, yeah.
So here, I want to go here, HTTPS. I want this. Then I go back to. No, that's not the one I want. I am in this. So git clone. Huh.
It'll work from your command line too, by the way. But
yeah, that I was just opening by accident because I was looking for the IP earlier.
That should be it. And then it should ask you for. Oh no, it shouldn't ask you for anything because you're not uploading anything. If you wanted to. Oh no, you can't upload something to this anyway.
Yeah, I shouldn't be able to upload something to your Git without an SSH, right? Like a security.
No, I'd have to make you a contributor.
Yeah, and when you would need the security key to do that, right? Or you would need to do all that stuff. I think you need to give it to me to put on my computer. Is that correct?
No.
Oh,
no, I need to add you as a contributor.
Shows you what I know. So now I go. If I look in my folder, it should be there. In my
folder, it should be there. Yeah.
Gitparable, right here. Yeah. Okay, so now if I open Davinci Resolve.
Yeah.
So now if I open Davinci Resolve. Oh, what's that? That's weird. Oh, that's because I just started recording. That was the recording I just started. How did that thing happen that I just did?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so now I go. I'm going to open Davinci. Davinci. I've been looking at it. I've been looking at it for hours. Now I can't find it. That's Unity.
It's right on the top.
There it is, right there. I've been doing all kinds of neat stuff with this computer since I got it. It's
amazing.
Some weird, wild stuff. Just a little bit of.
Like you can do stuff.
Yeah, well, like the last time I bought a new computer was when I bought a Dell, and that was 2002.
That's before Adele was even Adele.
No, it's
Hello from the other world.
Oh yeah, Adele. Yeah, I don't think she was born yet. We're older than we're. Anyway,
I think you just start an Untitled project or start a project.
Oh, that's an Untitled project. So I got a new project, and I'll just call it
Parable Take 2, or Git Parable Take 2.
Git Parable, the sequel.
Major improvements.
Okay. All right. So now what do I do?
So now you go File, Import.
Project?
And Project, yeah. Import Project. And then Videos.
And there goes Archer. Okay. This one?
No, the other one. That's the first one we did.
Right. So it's this here, right?
That one, yeah. Yep. And then that should open up and do all of the things.
No, I don't care. Yeah, it's asking me if I want to save. No. Okay, yeah. Now I go hit here, go choose all. And where did you do it? Is
it just right click on any of them. Just right click. Relink, yeah.
Relink selected clips. So then I just choose this folder.
Yeah.
And it
should work.
3 out of 185 clips could not be found.
That's fine. There's just some screenshots that I didn't use or something. No, you don't need to do that. It's fine. So now you can play from anywhere. But,
well, that's pretty crazy. Okay, I get it. What's the benefit? It's simple and powerful, and look how long that took to get this giant amount of files to me because it's already uploaded and then downloaded. That's crazy. So, wow.
So now, if you made changes, right? If you added changes and stuff,
yeah,
you can actually make like a pull request.
Like so, I just added a dissolve.
It is a simple but extremely powerful system. Most people try to teach Git by demonstrating a few dozen commands.
Yeah, that's my favorite dissolve. I literally every transition I do I'll put, like, if you were to go through my Resolve project, if I were to show you it,
but extremely powerful system.
See, watch, because it's a little easier on the eyes.
By demonstrating a few dozen commands
one of the
and then
things that I was concerned about.
I believe this method is flawed. Such a treatment may leave you.
Yeah, see, like, and then it's cut. So you have all these dissolves on the left, and non-additive dissolves you can do too. So it's just a little easier on the eyes.
It is a simple,
so just watch this, just
powerful
to
system.
Show you the difference.
Most people try to teach Git by demonstrating a few dozen commands and then yelling.
Boom.
I believe this method.
And then
is
you
flawed.
can adjust the length of
Such
it if
a
you're doing
treatment may
something
leave
dramatic.
you with the ability to use Git to perform
and
simple
it's just
tasks,
less of a shock
but the
to
Git
your
commands
eyes.
will still.
But anyway, you get the point.
So my whole intention here, actually, to your original point of being able to share everything, my whole intention here was to do a lot of grunt work for you.
Yeah.
And then let you do the fireworks on it.
Well, yeah, because I can now, like, as I was talking about nodes, now I can go into Fusion, and like here, and this is nodes, and now I can add. And I want to play with this stuff too, so I can make these little things here.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can separate it actually, but I could like take the image out because I have the original file. And then make these vibrate.
Okay, so go to
for example.
Go to the Alfred part. I'll tell you what I want. I'll tell you my want.
Where's Alfred?
Alfred part. It's this couple minutes in. You'll see it. It's a snapshot lady.
Oh, there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then a little bit more. So what she talks, so if you look at that slide there with the snapshot thingies, so what I'd like here, and I just didn't have time to do it or inclination to do it, is the eureka moment. So the slide 17, there should be some of the, like, he goes, oh, Hazel likes how she can see her daughter. Right there it says Hazel likes how her daughter, she can see what her daughter looked like in time, blah 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 blah. So I'd actually like the slides, the cards there, at about 149, 139, somewhere in there, or 39 seconds or whatever it is. 139. If you read it, if you play it, you'll know what I'm talking about, because the whole point is, oh, we see the brilliant idea that he had, blah blah blah.
The concepts themselves are quite simple, but allow for an amazing wealth of functionality to spring into existence. Read this parable all the way through and you should have very little trouble mastering the various Git commands and wielding the awesome power that Git makes available to you. Imagine that you have a computer that has nothing on it but a text editor and a few file systems.
Yeah, just play that.
A woman named Hazel who brings her daughter in for a portrait every year on the same day.
So somewhere,
she brings the photos from
somewhere he's saying.
Anyway, say what you're gonna say. It's okay. You don't have to hear it.
I've seen this so many times.
Yeah, just stop me. I know. I'm not gonna stop the share to make sound.
It says, Hazel likes to see the process over the years. It's like a snapshot in time of the growth of her daughter. Blah 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 blah. Like just a little bit further.
All the past
but there's
years
no
with her, Alfred
visual reference for
she
that.
She likes to remember what her daughter was like at each different stage, as if the snapshots really let her move back and forth in time.
Right about there, you put the cards, and then the next one would be like the Eureka thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So,
it's my only request. But you can do whatever you want. Just make it.
Yeah, I getcha. Yeah, I'll play with it. And all right, yeah, I think it's cool. I like what you've done and edited it together. It's a little, like, honestly easier to follow than what we were looking at the last time. It's very organized. It's cool.
Yeah, and the last part is I'm going to show you a couple things before we wrap up.
Yeah.
That went way faster than I thought it was going to be honest.
Well, yeah, you had practice. You just practiced.
No, your part went way faster than I thought it was going to.
Oh, I know, but I just watched you do it, and
yeah.
And I know this program fairly well, so it's very similar to Avid. Well, I think all the editors. It's just like computer editing, right? Or computer programming. I mean, you know one language. You know all the languages. But now I feel good because now that I have this in this computer, when I say, yeah, I know how to video edit, nobody believes me because they've never seen me do it.
Yeah.
You know, now I've got all these options. And then, like, the one thing I haven't really done is because it's new to me, is this fusion stuff.
Okay, so there's two things. Here, stop your share. I was looking at Fusion yesterday and the merge nodes and stuff and how it doesn't have any layers.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as layers. So you gotta fake it.
Oh, you can do layers.
Not in Fusion.
Oh, that I don't know about.
Well, that's what the guy said anyways. So where are we? I am sharing sound. So this is the speech load thing. So
right.
If I'm gonna generate it, and then you just type whatever you want in there.
Corey is the best brother on Zoom right now.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
The other one, so you have a bunch. So
you're not. Are you? Oh, I see.
Did we lose the share?
No, we didn't lose the share. It was just like before. It was just minimized.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's doing that. It's just behaving weird. It's
So
probably because I'm using the PC version. It just doesn't behave the way I expect it to, like the Mac version does.
I lose Zoom all the time. It's just a weird program.
Okay.
So
So this is called Blaster Online Speechello.
Speechello. Yeah, there's a bunch of suites on this thing, and Adam Jinks sent me this thing with
Oh, I see. Okay.
a founders thing.
Mm.
$55 to buy this thing forever and ever. Like, there's no monthly anything. I can do as many voices with this as I want. Probably we'll talk about logins later because anyway. But you have different voices. So if I do that and then do that one,
Corey is the best brother on Zoom right now.
right? And
Yep.
then if I do kid,
Corey is the best brother on Zoom right now.
wow, that's scary. That's scary. How close that one is.
Mm.
And then let's do this.
Corey is the best brother on Zoom right now.
Henry,
Yeah.
you need to lay off the dope, buddy.
Yeah, but you can do. Oh, here, we'll give him some speed. Get him on meth.
Extra loud, extra fast.
Yeah, get him on meth.
Corey is the best brother on Zoom right now.
Didn't help.
Still sound stone. Oh, Henry.
You have a standard thing, and then an AI voice. I don't know what the AI voice.
So
does
it probably sounds like a computer, or
Yeah.
it sounds way better. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, oh yeah, they have this fast speech.
Oh, that's the like a little
So
code
I'll
to make
show
it start
you-
fast,
actually,
talk
let me-
faster.
Let me show you what I did here. I want this one. And I think it's slides. Yeah, this one. So what I ended up doing at the end, well, I'll go right to the end, show you what I did. So that's one part. We can go over that voice stuff later. But then you download the MP3s. So what I did for the last part of the slides is, as I showed you, I just went through. Come on, yeah, okay. So I just went through and I instead of going through the story, the first part of the story was just directly from the first page that we went over the first time.
Yeah.
And then about halfway through, I just started copying and pasting the content of his notes from each slide, right? So the first 50 or 60 took me forever. And then once I figured out I can just do this, it went way faster. Like I did probably a day's worth of stuff in a couple of hours after I changed to this method. But that's it.
Cool.
That's that for that.
Well, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
So you understand Git conceptually better than most people I work with right now.
Well, that's good. Because
Yeah.
I like knowing stuff.
Yeah, and it's the theory, and it's one of those things. Knowing the theory behind something just makes it better, makes you feel better about stuff.
Well, yeah, and yeah, the cool thing is like I saw it work in action. Like I know how long it. Like imagine we tried to email those files back and forth. Like if
Oh, yeah.
we didn't know
Or
about
even-
it, because
Or even Dropbox,
well, yeah, sure,
right?
Yeah.
Or zipping a file back and forth, and copying the version. So you can actually here. So it's a little bit advanced for now, but you could actually make a change, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you could push up the change, and do a pull request. So you can say, hey, I changed this, blah, 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 blah. I changed this image, and I changed this, and I changed that, and I changed this audio file. You push it, and you say, hey, I want to make these changes to your repo. Do you approve them or not approve them?
Yeah.
And if I approve them, your changes get pushed into the repo.
No, that's cool. Well, that's interesting.
So it's a collaboration tool, global collaboration tool that makes collaborating way quicker than any other method. There's my synopsis.
Yeah, it's cool.
Now I gotta shut this stuff down so it doesn't cost me $1 zillion.
All right, so are we gonna get off stream now? We're about half an hour over time because we had technical difficulties for the first half hour.
No, we're done.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop the stream. Good night, everybody.